Hi, hi, hello. Hold on. I'm kind of sort of maybe perhaps messing with my settings. But yes, anyway. Hi, hi everybody. Welcome to stream. Let me. Where's the Okay, there we go. Just that. Can you guys hear that? It feels perhaps too slow. Simp game? Maybe, perhaps. I okay, wait. Let's go back to the main screen. Oh wait, that's the exit now. What have I done? That's not it. That wasn't. That wasn't that. Oh my god. Let me reopen the game. What the heck? Have a good scum stream. Thank you, Maka. This opening stream for sayur noises. I'm glad you enjoyed the sayur noises. But yes, anyway, we are today we're playing. I'm sorry for the flashbang without a voice. I've actually like forgotten what this game is about. Because I actually like eyed this game. Skip, will be skip and syntax on syntax. Okay. But no, not the exit written. Okay. I've been eyeing this game since like 2 laptops ago, which was up to 5 years ago. Who knows? Let's like quickly read what the Steam page says. It's been in my like Steam wishlist for a very long time. I just never got around to playing it until today. I'm slowly trying to get through my old wishlisted game. Okay. What is this one about? It says here the tags are indie, casual, RPG, LGBTQ. And I'll read the short summary for without a voice. In the depths of a forest, an exiled princess whiles her time in solitude. One day, a mysterious, beautiful maiden appears, throwing her world out of its alignment. A dark fantasy visual novel following the intertwining paths of these two women. In 7 days, the wheels of fate will splinter. Yay! So that's like the short and long of it, I suppose. Oh, but yeah, okay. Anyway, Maka, thank you for the redeem and also the breaking of bone. I shall drink first. Let me drink first. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Wow. And then drink water. No, not drink water. We stretch. We stretch first. Oh, my shoulders have been so stiff these past few days. And that's on having too much work, I guess. Oh, bone breaking. Alright, okay, so let's get into it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ma! Akira! Hi, hi! Also, I don't think I said hi to Ryan as well. Hi, Ryan. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys had a good day at the very least. Content warning. Please note the following game contains disturbing themes and explicit content. This list is in no way exhaustive or complete, and not everything on this list is present in every playthrough. Please exercise caution while playing, and as for you guys, please exercise caution while watching me play. So, here's the list. Violence, graphic depictions of death, gore, homophobia, implied incestuous themes, whoa, codependency. Codependency. I got slapped and just, oh no, I hope you feel better, Akira.
When cold, cruel destiny has thee.
Oh, we have a voice! Yeah, GG!
Thou may endeavor bravely, dear, to change thy path. But fate cares not which twisted road you choose to take. Your dance atop her palm, with every choice you make.
With every choice you make. Day 1. Oh my god, this visual novels kind of remind me of Cinderella Phenomenon. That game I've been playing for God knows how many hours, and I went through like all 4, I think. I think there were like 4 love interests. I went through all of their routes, and for each one of them, I got the bad ending. I'm like, oh my god, I've never gotten a bad ending in like visual novels or otomis and such before. It was so frustrating. Goodness. Okay, anyway. That's that. This is not that. Okay. It was a morning like any other. The tragedy soon to unfold would affect so few people that time would swiftly forget it. Let me. Okay, alright. For those involved, however, that morning was a maelstrom. Maelstrom. Drawing them each in closer and closer still. It all began innocently enough, with a sudden exiled princess in a terrible predicament. She...
Oh dear. Run out of firewood.
She's so cute! Look at her!
Only I'd noticed yesterday. This has caught me quite unawares.
Quite unawares. The ex-princess in question was named Cassidy, and she was the eldest child of the kingdom of Vermeer. What's that, you say? You've never heard of Vermeer? One shouldn't be surprised. This all happened long before the universe summoned you into existence. Wow. Wait, is it directly addressing me? Wow, GG.
The next shipment isn't due for a little while yet. But I cannot wait. I won't be able to cook or do laundry without a fire.
So long had the princess had been living in this cottage alone that she'd taken to talking to herself, just to feel less lonely. Determined to gather some wood before sundown, Cassidy grabbed a hatchet and some linen, and then quitted the place. Quitted the place. Once outside, she paused, considering for the umpteenth time whether it would be best for her to lock the door. Why not? Safety first, Miss Ex-Princess girl. Oh my god.
No one will come in anyway. My brother's agents never enter. No one else travels this deep into the wood.
Ma'am, there are bears, ma'am. Convincing herself so, Cassidy turned away and headed into the forest to begin her mission. Unfortunately, her determination and willpower were short-lived.
As I thought. Firewood isn't just lying on the ground just waiting to be picked up.
How many years has she been living alone for her to come to this conclusion only now? Miss Cassidy, Miss Cassidy. What? What? Though she'd brought the hatchet, she'd foolishly hoped she wouldn't have to use it. Faced with so many different types of trees, most of them quite large, she was unsure how to proceed. Now that I think about it, how much firewood do I usually use at once? Oh, the more I try to remember, the more adult I get. Perhaps I'll just subsist on fruits and fungus until the next crate arrives. A timely stomach growl quickly put a stop to such plans. I can't read. Cassidy let out a sigh.
For now, then, I shall return to my favorite place. It always brings me peace.
It always brings her peace.
That place holds some magic I've always felt. I'm sure I shall be able to think of something once I'm there.
Her spirit restored, Cassidy hefted her linen satchel a little higher. It was not long until she would be comfortable again, she thought.
Why, you're as radiant as ever.
She's so cute when she blushed. Look at that. Wow. She's so pretty. There were many views to take pleasure in this forest, but this one in particular always brought her delight. Though she had lived here now for some seasons, the tree before her seemed never to change.
I don't know much about wisteria. Are they meant to stay in bloom year-round?
That doesn't sound right.
Perhaps the winters here are mild. Wisteria shall wither not when flakes of winter fall.
Hi guys! Hello, how you doing? Welcome to stream.
Yet all must someday perish, while heeding nature's call.
But nature wields not power o'er us all.
Excuse me? Hold on, I'm blocking part of the text. Move slightly. Make yourself small, please. Yeah, okay. There we go. There we go. Here. Lower. Okay. That's okay, I think. A clear wind chime voice caught Cassidy's attention. Oh, Cassidy's heart stuck in her throat as she followed the sound and caught the sight of a woman sitting there. I feel like I'm just reading nonsense. Am I even reading this right? She had never before seen a woman so breathtakingly beautiful.
My apologies for interrupting your poem, madam.
Madam.
It was only a couplet. You did not interrupt, so much as improve it.
Oh? Then all the better. But it is not safe to be so deep in the wood. Tarry not.
Their voice actors are so wow. They did such a great job. Wow. And they chose, and like the people making this chose perfectly. Their voices fit them so much. Wow.
I live here. It is quite safe, I assure you.
I dare say I have lived here much longer than you have.
Huh.
No harm has ever come to me in these woods. Perhaps our experiences merely differ.
Certainly. I concede your point.
Cassidy paused a long while, unsure of how to carry on the conversation. How strange. I used to make small talk with all the courtiers as if it were nothing. Has time truly affected me so?
You say you live here?
I do.
I do.
I have never seen you. I'm quite sure of it. I would remember someone like you. Whereabouts do you live? If you don't mind my asking.
I do mind. Stranger danger, especially in the woods, Miss Cassidy. Miss ex-princess, man, human, person.
Hardly a stone's throw from where we now stand.
A stone's throw. I suppose she does not wish to expose where she lives to an utter stranger. That is reasonable. See, she gets it. She gets it. She seems to be quite on her guard.
I envy your view of this lovely place.
Do not envy me.
Do not envy me. Do not envy me. What could that mean? How droll? Droll? What the heck is droll? Hold on. I need to Google this. I've never seen this word before. Droll. Curious or unusual in a way that provokes dry amusement. Ah, okay.
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Cassidy. I, too, live nearby.
You may call me Elowen.
Ooh, I like these. I like the little frames next to their text box. It's very nice.
Elowen.
What a lovely name.
Besides, I was already aware that you live nearby.
Oh?
What? How?
How?
I have seen you before, albeit from a distance. You come here often.
Oh dear. I must have been making a complete fool of myself. I am sorry that you've had to witness that.
Cassidy thought back to all the complaining she'd done under this tree, and all the time she'd sullied herself trying to gather fruit. There were many other, truly mortifying memories. She stared at the ground in shame. Shame. Oh, who's my pretty? When she looked up, however, Elowen was smiling. Cassidy felt her tension wane.
So what brings you back to this place?
I wanted to calm myself.
Calm yourself? What for? What could possibly cause you distress?
Her smile gone. Her smile was so pretty. What a sour tone. Does she think I just daydream and laze about all day?
Many things. I'll have you know that at this very minute, I am on a mission that might mean the difference between life and death.
Oh, so dramatic. She's just out of firewood, everyone. She's out of firewood. It's not even in the middle of winter. She's so dramatic.
Oh, and yet you dally here. What could this mission involve, pray tell?
I see my presence is not wanted here. I shall return to my search forthwith.
Forthwith. Just as she was about to turn away and leave Elowen and the wisteria tree behind, Cassidy heard Elowen laugh softly. It was a bewitching sound.
I see I have offended milady. No offense was meant, I can assure.
Really?
Really?
Truly, I would never wish to cause you pain. Tell me of your mission.
I have run out of firewood.
Wait. My question is, if they are in the woods, why is she wearing a black dress? Is it not hot, Miss Ma'am? Why are these girls in dresses? Is this not... I guess this isn't a dance for us? Why am I questioning the logistic of this? This is fiction. Fiction! Upon hearing this, Elowen stood up and dusted herself off. We can finally see her stand.
Allow me to be of service.
Oh, she tall. Oh, she tall. She tall. Look at that. Wow.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly impose.
Please. This tree suffers so much every time you shed your tears and frustration upon it.
I'm going to stream. It's been a while. How are you? How was your day? What? Yet, despite her abrasive words, Elowen was tirelessly helpful. It was she who taught Cassidy to gather smaller bits of kindling and to use the hatchet when that proved insufficient.
If you wrap these smaller branches together, they shall burn just fine.
They are currently looking for firewood while wearing dresses. I should stop. I should not question the logistics of this. This is fiction. It's a fiction world. It's fine. It's okay. Okay, Desuyo. I'm fine. Was catching up with a lot of games. I am mentally drained. I'm recovering sayur energy now. Let the sayur noises heal? Question mark? You. Lots of games to catch up on. Wait, how many games are you playing in rotation now? Was it 17? Were you the one with the 17 games?
I see. Oh, I am certainly glad not to have to chop down a whole tree. I was worried about that.
Yes. Once felled, a tree can never rise again.
She's such an gothic emo. Gothic emo? I don't think I'm using that right.
Take
Never
of them
mind.
their fruit, their branches, but spare them their roots and lifeblood.
17! Are you trying to kill me? No? Who? Wait, maybe that was Lloyd? I don't remember. Didn't someone play 17 games? Who?
Lifeblood?
Lifeblood? Do trees have blood? Cassidy, please. Cassidy! Probably just 4 now. Took a break from other games. Used to have like 8. Ah, I see. Not me having like 9 games to rotate through daily. I don't understand what's wrong with me. What? I got it down to like a 7 once upon a time ago. And then my hiatus happened, and then it went back to a 9. GG.
This forest is quite old, you know. I wish it would stay forever this way. But man has trouble leaving things be.
Ooh. The disparity between elements in different expression and the biting tone of her voice made Cassidy's heart ache. She must love trees. I am alone. I speak with the trees. Sayur, come to ZZZ. Listen, ZZZ. ZZZ is a bit hard. There's like so far there's no one kind of pulling me towards the game. Like the combat system is nice, but also WUA and PGR combat system is kind of similar, so I'm just like, oh, okay, that's neat, but not neat enough for me to go into the game. Have you seen Seth? I have. I do not know when his release is he cute, but like in the same category as the wolf butler guy, both Seth and the wolfy doggo person are cute, but not cute enough to pull me into the game. It's a problem. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to find the cute people that will drag me into the game, but so far nothing yet. Second half of 1.1. It's currently 1.1, right? It's currently the female officer banner. Yuan. I don't remember her name. Yuan something Yuan. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, she must love
I agree.
trees.
Nature is wonderful, isn't it?
Just dropped today. Who? The girl? Or Seth? Seth is cute though. Ow, I just scratched myself. My nails aren't even that long. How? No, Zhuyuan was 1.0. Qingyi is 1.1. Ah. Oh, okay. I see. I'm seeing. Maybe I'll see. Maybe I'll see more. My little brother currently plays ZZZ as well. So I kind of just play the game on his account. Like I'm testing the game on his account. That's yeah. Let me recover my comprehension. No, you are comprehending just fine.
At times it can be.
This is rather awkward. What did she mean by that? I am alone. I speak for the trees. The two continued through the forest, gathering wood and passing the time with easy conversation. As they walked leisurely, the sun began to sink. So too did the satchel of wood over Cassidy's shoulder sag. Makoto ain't here good. He is lurking, I think. Eto na. Eto ne. There we go.
It seems that you've gathered plenty of wood now. Surely that will be enough?
You're right.
You're right. The time had gotten away from the exiled princess. Here, this one is our exiled princess, everyone. We in our exiled princess era. Now that their afternoon together was coming to an end, Cassidy was afraid. Afraid and hopeful, which was perhaps more dangerous still. I was going to ask where the tall girl's neck was. Tall girl's neck? It's there. It's right there. It's right there. What do you mean, Ark?
Then...
Excuse me, Miss Elowen?
yes?
Yes. Oh wait, is that a new avatar, Sayur? So cute. This is it's still the model from like last season. Remember last season I changed, like I let Colonel Yu rest, and then I replaced with this one. And then after last season, like in the between, I started to learn how to rig, and this is that model still, but like with rigging. Yeah. What's that? What's that? Hello, Lloyd. Lloyd, were you the one with the 17 games? Who was the one with the 17 games? I need to know.
Might I... That is... Might we meet again? You've no idea how happy I am to meet another person living in this wood.
17 games? Who? Yeah, it's like, look at that emoji face thingy. It's him, definitely.
And a woman at that.
Yet the expression on Elowen's face showed that she had, in fact, some idea. Oh, she's cute. She's smiling. Every time she smiles, it's so cute. Wow.
I was about to suggest the same. You might find me in this area most afternoons.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's okay. It's okay, Lloyd. Your secret is safe with me. I'm a good secret keeper person thing. Not really. Yeah. I'm only good because I forget. That's a secret between the two of us. Between however many of us are here.
Until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow.
Would that we meet so soon, my lady.
With that, Elowen bowed and left. I feel like Elowen probably knows of Cassidy's identity as an exiled princess, and like, you know, while she is kind of exiled, she was still royalty. She is still royalty. I don't know. She was royalty, so maybe Elowen maybe knows. And then that's why Elowen is so formal. Or maybe she's just part of the trees. I don't know. I keep saying that. I need to stop. Are you gonna get the Foxian boy in HSR Sayur? I'm not sure yet. Jiaochu, I think I need to like look at his kittas. But isn't he dropping like in the same patch as Fei Xiao? Because I kind of want Fei Xiao. She's so pretty. Fei Xiao is so pretty. Looking at kids who I pull based on how I feel about them. If they pretty, we pull. God dang. Her steps make almost no sound. What a graceful woman! Look at her blushing face. She's so cute. He is nihility. Oh my god. So I think he's after Yunli. Ah, okay. I have actually already forgotten who was on the banner until I checked this morning. because I don't have plans to pull for Yunli and Wowo, and so I didn't really check the banner, the gacha page. Fei Xiao is next page with Ling Xiang, who is Ling Xiang, okay, the new alchemy division head alchemy, yes, that one. She's looking straight into my soul. It's okay. It's okay. I'm also here looking straight into your people's soul, though my eyes do be squinty. I'm squinting at your soul. I got Yunli. She's funny, great sword girl. Wow. I don't know. I think I'm still kind of like I don't know, maybe I'm biased because of like the meeting that happened between the thing that's happening with like Yanxing and Yunli. Maybe because of that I'm like, oh, I don't really like Yunli. Because Yanxing, my baby, when will he come home? Oh my god. But yeah, also like kit wise, maybe I think like, I'm not really interested in pulling for Yunli. And whoa, I'm simply passing her up because I already have Gallagher. I like my Gallagher, so yeah. I still want Fei Xiao. Give me your luck sayur so I won't spend on HSR. No, I need that luck first. You wait until I pull Fei Xiao, okay? Which hopefully is like not too far into the jade spending. Hopefully Miss Fei Xiao is nice and come home soon. I really need my ability to pull for the wives instead of the husbandos this time. Oh, I am glad that the what's his name? Moses Moses. Moses? That doesn't sound right. The one that's like that looks like Kamu, the assassin one. I'm glad he's a 4-star because if he was a 5, I would be pulling for him left and right and center. Oh my god, I hate. GGG drained my wallet already. GG. Pretty girl. GG. Moze. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. Oh no. As she walked back to her cottage, so filled with thoughts of Elowen was her head, that Cassidy forgot all about her fatigue and the weight of her burden. Imagine you try to pull bows, but you keep getting out. That's pain. That reminds me of um like Genshin players who've been playing for 3 years but still do not have Bennett. Oh my god, pain. I think the characters pronounced it as Mozai or Moza. I don't know. I don't think I paid attention to how to pronounce his voice when Jiaochu and Fei Xiao were talking and like with Moza were talking. I think I was too enamored with his pretty face to pay attention. As you do, as per usual, yeah now. She certainly is opinionated. I can't my eyes hurt. She must have so much more experience living independently than I.
I hope I am not a bother to her.
And with that, the once princess returned home, blissfully unaware of the roots that were this very moment grabbing hold of her heels and pulling her beneath, huh? Beneath what? Oh, the night sky was pretty. We only get a glimpse of
It
that.
is said a fool repeats his days, changing not but expecting change.
Changing not, but expecting change. Whoa, what a nice line.
I posit these men are by routine hogtied. They expect not, and are by not satisfied.
Day 2! How many days is this? I don't know as well. There's a sort of melancholy one's feel when closing a book for the final time. feeling its last words wash over you as you leave its world and return to your own life. It was an ennui that Cassidy had grown used to. In her former life, she had received the best education that money and bribery might buy. Oh, now that bright mind was left to languish, fed by nothing more than a single new book each fortnight. By now, Cassidy was in the habit of reading very slowly indeed. She shut her latest tome and placed it upon the table, next to her half-written letter to her brother.
I never sound quite myself in these letters.
I'm so curious why she was exiled. I hope they get into that later.
How do you write from a distance to one whom you once saw daily? And how do you write anything at all when your life has grown so dull?
She decided to pen a few more sentences on how moved she felt after reading the book, and how profoundly distressed she was by the ending of it. Family is important, but so, too, is recognizing the value of what you have before it is too late. If only the king had realized what a wonderful daughter he had. And I hope that you realize how much you are loved by me, your one and only sister. She paused, overcome by sheer feeling, and decided to keep that final bit to herself. It was too desperate for comfort, and princesses did not whinge so. Whinge, I think.
No, that won't do at all. How unbecoming.
You've been exiled! Why are you still acting like a proper princess? With a sigh, Cassidy stared at the crackling fire. She had more than enough firewood now to last until her next shipment of it. The sight reminded her of Elowen. Elowen, I speak for the trees.
This very moment.
I speak for the trees. Ow. My head hurts. She could not fathom the day-to-day life of such a mysterious personage was utterly beyond her imagination. Her curiosity so engaged it was impossible to ignore. And so, the fair Cassidy resolved herself to take a walk and casually seek the other woman out.
Perhaps I'll even stumble across where she lives today. Wouldn't it be exciting to surprise her at her home?
No! Miss Cassidy! Thinking nothing at all of how inconvenient, how overly forward and impertinent it might be, she departed immediately. Once outside, Cassidy took in a deep lungful of crisp forest air.
How lovely it is today. Hardly a cloud in the sky.
Elusive domicile? Might Elowen live in a cottage like mine? She is so elegant. I cannot imagine her doing housework. Then again, I could hardly imagine myself doing housework not so long ago. Oh, how times change a person. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys saw it. The live stream for Lamia's patch, PGR's Lamia's patch, went up this morning. So maybe scrub through that to catch the codes. I was like in the middle of watching it, but I haven't finished yet. Haha. But yeah, Lamia's so cute in that. She wished to be taller. Miss Girl, please don't get taller. I'm already so short. Hold on, I'm opening a bottle. Oh, my hand hurt. Hand hurt. Okay. You're not short. Just small. I am short. What do you mean? Like, I'm talking about in-game. The shortest person in the game is Liv, and she is also 160. Miss Liv, I feel betrayed. You betrayed me. Small in laughter is Yidabaya. And actually, that works perfectly because I'm always asking to be thrown around like a sack of rice. So you could say this is the perfect height to be thrown around like a sack of rice. Yeah. Cassidy reached her beloved wisteria tree before long and eagerly drank in the sight of it. She ran up to the tree and encircled it with her arms, as if meaning to embrace it.
Hello, dear tree. You are looking as lovely as ever today. Though a certain someone sits not beneath your boughs this afternoon.
Hello, dear tree. Apparently, Cassidy speaks to the trees. The boys will throw you here and there like passing a ball. Yeah, JJ. Sayur, I'm going to lurk for now. I have some work to finish. Okay, Ark. Thank you for the lurk. Don't forget to rest. And may your work be done soon. Yup. She leaned to one side and then another, looking around the tree and into the forest to see if she might spy a window or the billowing of chimney smoke. Oh, moonbreak. Okay, there's not much to break this time around. My goodness. Hmm. Sadly, she could make out only more trees.
I can't suppose that Elowen lives in a treehouse, does she?
Certainly not.
Oh. Oh. She rose on the ground. Wow. Startled, Cassidy jumped, her foot catching unhappily on one of the tree's roots, sending her flailing forward.
Careful.
Careful! Elowen's arm shot out at once, her vice-like grip snaring the once princess just in time. Elowen's touch was so cold, yet her movements decisive. Cassidy's heart raced. Look at her blushing! Was she truly worried for me? It took Cassidy several moments to regain her composure. Elowen, too, looked a bit shaken.
Thank goodness you arrived when you did. Though, truth be told, if you hadn't startled me so, I would not have fallen.
Is that so? I shall endeavor to be less frightening in the future then.
Oh dear, she may have mistaken my meaning. I was only trying to cover up my embarrassment. Perhaps Elowen was joking. On second thought, was that perhaps a joke?
You look much better with a smile.
As do you. Still, how curious it is for us to be meeting here again.
You come here often? I live nearby. What is curious about it?
I'm merely saying that it is serendipitous. It must be fate.
Fate has nothing to do with it, I assure you.
But it's so much more romantic to think of it as fate.
I can think of nothing less romantic than fate. Perhaps this is something not yet possible for you to understand.
Don't speak as though you're much older and wiser than me.
She blinked. Why does she not blink? Oh, she blinked. Okay. Never mind. Do I blink? No, I squint. That's all I do. I squint. Elowen laughed a little.
How old are you, anyway?
How old do you think?
Cassidy stared at Elowen, gazing deeply into her eyes as if she might find the other woman's secrets there.
Old older than I first thought, perhaps.
Professional squinter! Yes, it is I. That's going in my introduction now. Hello, welcome to stream. My name is Sayu. I am a professional squinter.
A wise answer.
Elowen tipped her head slightly, the motion seeming to indicate a desire to walk on. Cassidy was only too happy to Miss Ma'am, you met her yesterday! Why are you following her around? Oh my god, Miss Cassidy! Miss Cassidy! Together, the two women strolled. Their time together was marked by companionable silence. Cassidy, never before a quiet girl, was desperate to fill it, but what conversation might pique Elowen's interest was unclear. She peered shyly at Elowen's face in profile. So striking and noble did it seem. She has the air of an aristocrat. What could someone like she be doing living in the forest? Then again, am I not in the same position? Perhaps it's something she finds difficult to speak of. An icy gust of wind whistled through the clearing, causing Cassidy to shiver and rub her bare arms.
The sun will be setting soon and it will grow colder. Perhaps you should...
It was then that the question Cassidy had been ruminating on over all afternoon burst forth.
Would you like to come to my cottage?
Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Miss Cassidy! You met her yesterday! Miss Cassidy! I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. You live in the forest, Miss Girl. What are you doing? Elowen appeared quite overcome.
Is that... wise?
Whatever do you mean?
Whatever. I just met you yesterday!
How can you extend such an invitation to one such as me, whom you hardly know? You are entirely too trusting.
I'm surprised at you. Two solitary women ought to stick together out in these wilds. Besides, who else have I to invite?
I don't... Oh my god. It's fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. Calm down. Calm down.
That is, I sometimes feel quite lonely out here.
Oh, wait, hold on. I skipped something. Did I not? Log. Log? Hello, log? I am... Okay. Return. Return the slab. Eleven turned her head slightly and gazed into the forest behind them, as if peering at something only she could see. Red flag! Red flag, Miss Ma'am! Red flag!
Loneliness, then. I see. Very well. I will take you up on your offer.
Though puzzled by Elowen's hesitation, Cassidy was overjoyed that her invitation had been accepted. There was a spring in her step as she led the other woman to her home. I mean, if you consider the fact that she was an ex-princess, an ex-royal family, maybe that's normal for her. People come and go in their house all the time. Maybe that's normal for her. Maybe Elowen is the normal person. Ah, Cassidy, 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 Cassidy. My god. It was only in front of the cottage that Cassidy suddenly understood what an impetuous thing it was that she was doing. Is the house clean enough? She could not seem to recall when she had last swept or aired out her bedding.
Is this where you live?
Is this where you live? It looks like.
Yes.
It's charming.
It's charming. Elowen's nicer than I am.
Thank you. I wish I could take more credit for that. The house was here long before I arrived. Even the furniture is not truly my own.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Still, it suits you.
Wait, hold on. I'm seeing something. I need to fix something, I think. Ooh, give me a moment. Hmm. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's the other one? It's this one? Doo-doo. 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 Sayur gone. It's one of my skills. And she's gone. um... No, that's not it. Okay. Okay. Where was I? Here. Okay.
Thank you.
Bolstered by Elowen's reaction, Cassidy finally gained the courage to follow through. She opened the door wide, gesturing for the other woman to enter.
It is quite spacious. You live here, alone?
That's right. It's not so bad. I don't have anyone to tell me what to do or where to go. I have a freedom now that I'd never known before.
Perhaps. But sometimes I believe that being tied down to something is easier. If you don't realize you're being strangled, it's just a pleasant, lightheaded feeling.
I don't really understand.
Then you need to be strangled just a little bit for you to understand, I guess.
It's alright if you don't.
Imagine if the dialogue was like, you wanna try? Oh no, what is this devolving to? Elowen walked slowly from one part of the room to the next, her fingertips ghosting over every surface. She looked to be seeking the essence of each object, taking in every minute flaw and deciphering its true nature. Ah, yes, always use violence, yes. Violence is always the answer. Cassidy wondered what Elowen might discover about her, if only she allowed it, if only she dared. It was unbearably quiet. Offer her something, Miss Ma'am. Oh my god. Just then, Elowen came across the book Cassidy had finished reading.
Oh, that's a book my brother sent to me. I get so frightfully bored here that these books have become my sanctuary. I'm expecting a new shipment soon.
Your brother?
Elowen was silent for a time, digesting that new information. Just then, her eyes fell on the half-finished letter, haphazardly placed next to the book. Cassidy followed her gaze. Eyes wide, she leapt forward to snatch the letter away. How much had the other woman seen?
Your brother is far away from here.
Yes.
Is it beautiful? The place where you once both lived?
I have not once seen its equal.
More beautiful than this cottage prison of yours?
Cottage prison. Cassidy could not hide her surprise at Elowen's poisonous choice of word, nor could she hide her sudden tears. Why are you crying? Why are we crying? Excuse me? Can I excuse me to Cassidy? It's not like that. She dried her eyes delicately, but with determination. Now was not the time for tears.
Things are complicated. It's not as clear-cut as you seem to believe.
It's not as clear cut as you seem to believe. Hold on. Give me a minute again. Where am I? Ish. Something. Okay, this should be okay. It's not as clear cut. Yep.
Undoubtedly. The affairs of men oft are. However, all that I need to know is that he is there, and you are here. That he is responsible for that difference can be inferred quite easily.
You are a fast reader to be able to jump to such conclusions so swiftly.
Why is she smiling? Why is she smiling?
I am not unhappy here, Elowen.
Can you say that, truly? With an unclouded heart?
Elowen peered into Cassidy's eyes, and their gazes held like two magnets, pulling each other in, closer and closer still. Yet Cassidy could not do it. She could not look Elowen in the eye and tell an untruth. Elowen looked to the window.
It has gotten dark.
Oh my! How rude of me. I have not offered you tea or any refreshment.
Do not trouble yourself on my account. I must away. I did not mean to impose for so long.
I must away.
Oh, you are hardly an imposition.
You are kind. And good.
Cassidy's face lit up.
Kind and good things do not survive long in a world such as ours.
God damn. I'm gonna bring her up a little bit. Okay, I don't think I'm blocking the woods there. And just as quickly as it had come, the sudden rush of delight left her. Bowing her head, the other woman was out the door and gone, leaving hurt and confusion in her wake. Look at the night sky, so pretty! When she looked out the window to glimpse the same view that Elowen had just beheld, what Cassidy saw before her was but a bleak uncertainty. A bleak... what's
Without
this?
wisdom or experience,
Oh, that's to hide the thing, okay.
storms shall ill-weathered be. But when you are nearby, dear one, no storms can bother me.
No storms can bother me. Take 3. Let's guess what Cassidy is going to do today. To my dear Alexander. The exiled princess paused on the very first line of her letter. Is that too familiar? Will he just like it? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. She is her own person. I am not her. She is not me. It's okay. The brother of her memory was a kind boy, but rather stiff and particularly mindful of decorum. Wait till the storm come knocking to her door. Yes! She deserved it. I'm being so mean. Following the events of the previous evening, Cassidy felt compelled to rewrite her half-finished letter. Not that Alexander would care. Not that Alexander will care either way. I'm sure he's too busy to even read my letters through. Still, I want him to know how I spend my days. I feel less alone when I read his letters. And if mine can ease his spirits, then it's a worthwhile endeavor. Her brother sends letters, it means he reads. Oh my god. He reads those letters, Miss. Ah! It's okay. I'm okay. I hope that this letter finds you well, dear brother. My days remain unchanged. Every morning I wake up and make myself breakfast and a cup of tea. I greatly enjoyed the tea leaves that you sent last. After breakfast, I read or practice my embroidery. You will, perhaps, not be surprised to know that my skill with the needle has not much improved. In the afternoons and evenings, I like to go on walks. Even after rewriting the letter, Cassidy was not confident about its content. Is this interesting enough? She had not talked much of Elowen, not wanting to confuse her brother with tale of a woman he had never met. In fact, upon a quick reread, she realized that she had not mentioned Elowen in her letter at all. What if Elowen was just a fiction of her imagination this whole time? I need to stop making up theories about Elowen. My gosh. It's better this way, I think. When Cassidy looked out the window, she realized the sun had started to set.
Oh
Wow.
dear. Was I revising for so long? Silly me.
She folded up her letter and placed it in an envelope, sealing it with the royal wax seal she was given. She stood and stretched her arms above her head.
I have hardly moved all day. That is no good.
Is she, like, not allowed to go into a town or something? Like, Miss Memory? Mom? Hold on. Again. One more time. I'm noticing something, so I'm kind of just, like, fixing it real time. Here, perhaps? No. What? What? No. Here, maybe. Not that. Here, I think. Okay, you should be okay. Cassidy walked to the front of the cottage, where she normally left her letters halfway beneath the door for an agent to collect. She had just stuffed her letter under the door when... Princess? Cassidy's blood ran cold for just a moment. Yet, she soon realized who was addressing her and relaxed.
You surprised me, Elowen.
You surprised me. She spoke to the other woman through the half-open window at the front of the cottage. The other woman...
I am no princess, you know.
Wait, my first theory was correct. Elowen does know she was a princess. Oh my god.
Is that so? You seem like one to me.
Cover. You just cover. Red flag number 2. Red flag number 2. Cassidy was not sure how to respond to that sentiment. Have I casually let slip that I was a princess? I did not realize that I still behaved in the manner of one. Lifelong habits cannot so soon be discarded, it seems. How long have you been living in this forest? God, someone tell me! Do I have to look into the Steam page for this, please? Miss Cassidy!
There is an envelope under the door.
Oh, yes. Do leave it there. It's outgoing.
Outgoing?
Elowen paused for a long while, but said no more on the subject.
May I come in?
No.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. I should have invited you sooner. I was so taken aback, you see.
I did not mean to surprise you so.
It's all right. A happy surprise. I am so glad to see you.
She opened the door and ushered Elowen inside. It's been 3 days. This time, Cassidy did not forget her manners. Wait, maybe she just called her a princess because there was a royal seal on the letter, on the envelope. Suspicious. Everything is so suspicious. She quickly flew into the kitchen to make her guests some tea and pulled out the crackers she'd set aside for just such an occasion. I suppose she has already eaten. There's a healthy glow to Elowen's face. I suppose she has already eaten. She strikes me as the type who would worry about her figure. And it is so late in the day already. Yes, I'm sure she has already supped and can eat no more. Cassidy endeavored not to take offense and instead greedily partook of the crackers herself. Shaposh also can. Shaposh. The two women talked pleasantries for some time, though it became rather apparent that Elowen's attention lay elsewhere.
Is everything quite all right?
Why do you ask?
She sounded so defensive. Why do we ask? Why? Why? Cannot I ask me?
You seem somewhat reserved.
I suppose.
That is more than usual.
That letter.
Oh, the music stopped. Oh, the music stopped, everyone. The music stopped.
You said it was outgoing. Is that the letter you wrote your brother?
She doesn't look happy. Look at that. Look at that face.
Oh, yes. If I leave the letters there, someone will come collect it.
Someone? How can that be? You do not go into town to have your mail delivered?
She was at a loss as to how to explain. Cassidy herself knew that that her situation was extraordinary. Ah!
You see, though I live alone, I am well taken care of. My brother provides everything. Every fortnight or so, his agents deliver food and supplies to me. Someone is around to collect my outgoing letters once or twice a day. I only ever send my brother letters, of course.
I suppose.
I was not wrong when I said this place was like a jail. Why do you live here alone? When he clearly has enough resources to take care of you.
Fight, fight, fight. Cassidy shifted uncomfortably in her seat. Elowen's eyes seemed not to look at her so much as bore into her soul. Cassidy felt judged and deemed unworthy, though she had not yet responded to Elowen's inquiry. No matter how she phrased it in her head, it sounded awful.
I am here for my own safety.
Uh, She took a deep breath.
When you called me Princess earlier, you were not far off the mark. I once was a princess, though I am no longer. After my father, the king's death, I was to inherit the throne. But our barons in Parliament voted no confidence. Worse, I was then handed trumped-up charges of treason. I very well could have been executed.
That's it. Think put the end break. Wait, I have to open the Twitch manager here. Twitch manager. Wait Treason. Treason, I say. Okay. Where are we? Where was we? It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. Give it a minute. And oh my god, spin a little faster. Please. Spin a little faster. Spin, spin. Kuru, kuru. Enough. Enough. No kuru, kuru. Where is the... Oh, it's on pause. It's being paused right now, or no? Oh. Okay. Okay, it's being paused, so I will run it when it can be run. Let's go.
Instead, my younger brother intervened on my behalf.
Cassidy! Cassidy! I just want to take her shoulders and shake her. Oh my god, open your eyes, Miss Girl.
So, you are.
alive. An exile, but alive.
Who's this? Cassidy! The former princess surprised herself at the depth of her own. I stress so much I just disappear. At the desperation with which she tried to convince, especially herself, that this was for the best.
How can you be so positive?
What?
You speak so fondly of your brother, when he is the one who exiled you, who left you here to rot in isolation.
It's not like that, Elowen.
Cassidy! Oh my god, sorry, I'm yelling.
What part of what I said is false? Tell me.
Tell me why.
It's not that simple. It is not Alexander's fault.
She found herself repeating her thoughts on the matter, mechanically, things she only half believed. She had said all these things before. It seems she no more believed them now.
As a result of your dear Alexander's intervention, you were exiled, were you not?
Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Who's to say he was not responsible for the unfavorable vote in the first place?
See, Elowen, me and Elowen share the same brain cell.
Why would he do that? What would he have to gain?
What would he have? Oh, okay, the run ad thingy is okay now. So I will run a 60-second ad. Give me a moment. Is it running? It's spinning. Okay, it's running.
I know that it seems unfair, but I have come to terms with it. Matters of court are never black and white. I am lucky to have left the castle with my life.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky. She stresses me out. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Girly pop. Oh my god. Bro. I sleep, malam. Good night. Have sweet dreams, sweet nightmares. May tomorrow be a good day for you. Good night, good night. Thank you for joining me, Lloyd.
I've previously stated my belief that you are kind and good.
But you're just stupid. No. Come on, Elowen, say it.
I have now revised my opinion. You are a blind fool.
Let's go. Let's go.
As
Man,
I
so
am
mean.
mute, you are blind. Altogether too blind to the selfish ways of the world.
What is your meaning?
What is your meaning?
It is nothing. Believe in your brother all you wish, but you cannot deny that there is a truth to what I've said.
Elowen rose from his seat in one swift movement and then headed for the door.
Good night, princess.
I am princess no longer. Mock me not, I beg you.
God, the emotions in her voice. Wow. The VA did so good on these. She cried. Just like that, she was gone. Disappeared into the darkness. To the dark. She cried. Cassidy wrapped her arms around her torso, hugging herself for comfort in the wake of Elowen's sudden, indignant anger. Feeling comfort none, the former princess squeezed her eyes shut. Oh, Elowen, why? Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me
There
why.
is a treasure that can't be bought, no matter how long it may be sought. It is something priceless, yet free. I speak, of course, of an apology.
Day 4. Day 4. How many days is this? Maybe like 7 days? Usually it's like 7 days, right? So we're going to aim to finish until the 7th day. And then if there's more, maybe I'll see how many we have. Can Google. After a restless sleep, Cassidy awoke to the sun's harsh rays. Wah. She stretched, arching her back to release the tension there. Finally, her gaze went to the front door. There was a distinct lack of a letter beneath it. They must have come in the night. How diligent my brother's agents are. No, it's Elowen. You are a blind fool. All at once, the memories of her argument with Elowen nearly knocked the wind out of her.
I cannot believe I divulged such secrets to someone I barely know.
Yeah, that's the problem. You also invited her into your home, Elowen, Cassidy. Cassidy was puzzled, both at herself and at Elowen's odd behavior. I'm sure she had her reasons. Elowen appeared so upset. I wonder if she experienced something similar. Perhaps my blind optimism reminded her too much of it. I'm sure she is only worried for me. I seem to inspire that breed of pity in others. I can understand that. I'm afraid I often come off as quite helpless.
I must ask her about her own life. We know so little about each other. It's no wonder she would react that way. One can only draw conclusions based on what one already knows.
Oh god. That knock sounded so real. Whoa. Presently, there was a knock at the door. Given how long it had been since her last shipment, as well as the fact that Elowen was far more likely to announce her presence with her words, Cassidy could draw but one conclusion. She waited nearly 10 minutes before opening the door. It was protocol. She knew not who her brother sent, and it was unclear whether they knew whom they were delivering to. The royal family of Vermeer had a distinctive look to them. It would not do for too many people to know who she was, or that a former princess dwelt here. Hello? A crate. When she finally allowed herself to open the door, she found a large wooden crate, not unlike the previous ones. Sitting atop the crate's contents was a sealed envelope. Cassidy instantly recognized the severe cursive. Why was it? What? It took like 1 day? How close is the kingdom? To my sister, I am glad to hear that you are adjusting well to life at the cottage. Doubtless, there are many things that challenge you, given your former life. But we must all make the best of things. I know that you have too much time on your hands, so I have been sure to enclose more books for you to read. You may one day be called upon to marry well for the advantage of king and country. As such, it is of most importance that you keep your mind sharp and your hands unidle. Her little brother sounds like an ass. My god, what's wrong with this family? The last part seemed to have been written later, as the script looks slightly different. I think of you often. I worry about you more often still. Be safe in the forest and keep to yourself, though I know that it's difficult for you. Please await my next letter. I remain your loyal brother, A. She read over the letter many times, trying her best to glean affection from it.
Alexander has always been a little awkward. I'm sure the last bit was added with some reluctance, after one of his advisors chastised him for the content of his letter.
It's okay. She smiled and ran her fingertips along the part that read, I think of you often. But then she remembered the sentence about marriage. Could this be the reason he kept me alive? Only to be an advantageous pawn? The thought ate away at her, and Cassidy fought back tears. Her brother had never been so blunt about his intentions before. The letter did not raise her spirits as much as letters from Alexander usually did. The implication of it weighed on her. Of course I must be useful to the kingdom somehow. Why else would I be alive? If I can be of use, even as a disgraced princess. Cassidy sighed. She could not finish that thought. All of a sudden, Cassidy wanted nothing but to see Elowen again.
I will seek her out. I must.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, ma'am. It's 12:18, 12:19. I'm tired. The other woman's presence would certainly be a salve for her current mood. That was her reasoning, and she swiftly acted upon. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Cassidy set the crate away inside the cottage and then set out. After a long, fruitless walk about the forest, she arrived in front of the wisteria tree.
Elowen.
Princess?
Princess?
I am no longer a princess.
Just because you no longer live in a castle does not mean that you are no longer a princess.
Cassidy was reminded of the word marriage once again. Elowen was right. She was still considered a princess, insofar as a princess could be useful. A long silence passed between them. Both were conscious, no doubt, of the argument that had transpired between them, an argument they had not yet resolved.
I am sorry.
Elowen's eyes widened almost imperceptibly, but Cassidy, staring into the other woman's face as she was, took note.
I should not have burdened you with my circumstances to begin with. But you were only worried for me. I should have been more sensitive in my explanation.
No.
Cassidy was struck by the sight of Elowen's soft smile as she laughed. The former princess's heart fluttered, and her brother's letter was promptly forgotten.
It is nothing. It would seem that I, too, am quite the fool.
The air thusly cleared. The two women were able to enjoy the rest of their day together. They whiled the time away in companionable satisfaction. Night! Oh, that night, Cassidy drifted off to sleep with a full heart.
The strings of love are oft unseen, though wrapped around you they may be. When tied fast, none can come between, nor challenge humble fate's decree.
Stay 5. Actually, let me Google how many days this has. I'm kind of starting to get sleepy. Wait, so sleepy. What's this game? What? Hold on. Oh, okay, I know, I remember now. Oh my god. Let out a voice. Days. In 7 days, yeah, it's 7 days. Okay. I think we can hold out. Maybe, perhaps, maybe, I think.
How beautiful it is today.
How beautiful!
Indeed.
Indeed. Elowen had surprised Cassidy early that morning, arriving at her front door without warning. Though Elowen didn't even knock. Silly creature. I wonder if she would have left if I hadn't seen her and opened the door. The thought bothered her, almost as much as the notion that Elowen might not yearn for Cassidy's company the way Cassidy did for hers. I feel like maybe Elowen is like one of the agents, perhaps? That's why, like in the letter, in the last letter, like that is why the script was maybe a little bit different. I think perhaps this is all theoretical. After some time spent lingering, both paralyzed by indecision, they decided to go on a leisurely nature walk. For the next few hours, they strolled through the forest together, stopping here and there to pick berries or mushrooms.
That one is poisonous. Do not touch it.
Oh,
Right.
Cassidy drew her hand back in mortified alarm.
It would not do for your lovely skin to be marred by poisonous spores.
Cassidy hazarded a glance at the other woman's face, but Elowen looked as unflappable as ever. Poisonous? How do you know so much?
You know so much about the flora and fauna here. However did you learn it all?
I have lived here many years. In that time, I have witnessed many interesting things. I have learned much, letting the people who pass through educate me. However, it's been a solitary life. I have seen much, but experienced little.
When?
I have long felt like someone on the outside, looking in on a world I could never touch.
There was a melancholy in Elowen's countenance that Cassidy had not yet seen, nor even thought the woman capable of. The Elowen she knew was dignified, taking such charge of her emotions that none ever showed. I have not known her long, of course. Perhaps that was merely how she comforts herself around those of little acquaintance.
What made you decide to reach out to me?
She didn't. You sought her out. God damn.
Reach out.
That is...
She thought back to their first meeting, the way her own heart had leapt at the sight of Elowen. And Elowen had known all about her, had apparently been watching her for some time.
You didn't have to be sitting under the tree that day. You could have continued watching me from afar, but you found me. You spoke to me.
And I'm so glad she did, but I feel she might call me silly if I say such things.
I thought you delicately beautiful.
The matter-of-fact way that Elowen said this struck Cassidy. She was flattered, of course, yet part of her was also worried. Beauty was not something lasting. It would be a shaky foundation for any relationship. If it had been a courtier complimenting her beauty, Cassidy might have taken it better. But this was Elowen, a woman of whom she was becoming increasingly fond.
Thought? That's past tense, is it not? What do you think of me now?
I still think you exceedingly beautiful. But dainty and delicate you are not. You are far from being the poised princess I took you for.
Cassidy winced, and her mouth formed a little pout as she turned her eyes to the ground. As I thought. It is to be expected. Someone so graceful as Elowen would, of course, find me lacking.
You are not what I expected, but I believe that might be for the better.
Oh. Slowly, Cassidy tilted her face up, her eyes growing large with disbelief.
For the better?
For the better?
You are always exceeding my expectations. I wonder if the other people I allowed to come and go would have as well, had I let them so near.
Well...
Well. Well.
It may be selfish of me, but I'm truly happy you let the others go. I'm glad that I'm the only person you allowed close. I'm sorry, that makes me sound so ugly.
No uglier than I.
Oh? Suddenly, in Cassidy's eyes, Elowen looked so very haggard. She peered through the polished veneer and saw a woman who was tired and hungry.
Are you alright?
Oh? Oh? In a blink, Elowen appeared to be the same as
I
always.
am fine.
Oh. Even so, Cassidy could not shake the feeling that something was off.
Are you quite sure? You seem tired.
Elowen was silent for a long
Yes.
while. Yes, I am tired.
Perhaps. Perhaps I am tired.
I suppose so.
Forgive me. I am not used to the midday sun.
It occurred to Cassidy then that she had never seen Elowen in the morning before. Could she be something of a night owl? I hadn't supposed it. And here I invited her to walk with me underneath the full blaze of the sun. How thoughtless I am.
Elowen,
Yes?
why don't you stay with me at my cottage tonight?
Oh my god.
What?
Well,
I guess.
I am worried about you.
It's fine, I guess.
And it can't be easy, being a woman and living alone.
She knew this best of all.
I would be much more at ease if you would come with me tonight. Let us break bread together and while away the night in comfort.
She was not expecting Elowen to accept. Not Elowen, who had reacted so strongly to an invitation merely a few days earlier. And yet...
All right.
Alright?
Really?
Would it be better if I returned to my home?
No! I was just worried that you would not accept. I realize that's not very... dainty to be so forward.
Very dainty. Very demure. Oh my god. I don't know what it is with my TikTok FYP these days, but that line keeps coming up. It's like, see how I crochet my ends? Very dainty. Very demure. It's so cute. At this, Elowen finally smiled. Cassidy's heart felt akin to an acrobat at the sight, doing backflips and pirouettes in joy.
It would be my honor to accompany you.
She blushing, she blushing.
It may do us both some good.
As ever, Cassidy was far too excited to hear the latter. Okay, we're finally going to learn a little bit more about Elowen. Let's go. Looking forward to a night with her new favorite person, she had already changed course and started along the path home. Cassidy closed the front door behind them and went to the kitchen to put away the plants they'd gathered.
Is there anything I can help with?
Oh, leave it to me. Just have a seat and rest. You really do look tired.
All right.
While she put her affairs in order in the kitchen, Cassidy couldn't help but think back to the things Elowen had said. She said that she likes me the way I am. That's so kind. She felt a deep sense of warmth and satisfaction, the likes of which she had not felt in a long time. Cassidy returned to the living room a short while later, 2 cups of tea in hand. Ow. She found Elowen asleep, slumped on the divan. Poor thing, she must have been exhausted. There was a loose strand of hair in front of Elowen's face. Cassidy reached down and tucked behind her ear. She looks so innocent when she's asleep. Chuckling to herself, Cassidy let Elowen rest and passed some quiet time reading by the other woman's side. Night soon fell, and the pair supped together. Elowen doesn't eat very much. No wonder she's so thin. Elowen, unaware of being observed so directly, delicately sipped a glass of water.
Are you full?
I am satisfied.
Oh, you eat so little. I'm worried for your health.
I eat enough. I do not like doing anything in excess.
I see.
Her tone left no room for argument. After dinner, Cassidy cleared the plates and things away, and began to get the room ready for sleep. The cottage was not large. Her parlor had to double as her bedroom out of necessity. It was all well and good for a single person, but now that another had been added, Cassidy became acutely aware of the lack of space.
There's only one bed.
There was only one bed.
I do not mind sleeping on the divan. I already did earlier.
Once again, I'm sorry that I didn't wake you up. You just looked so at peace. I could not bear to wake you.
I'm embarrassed to have allowed you to see me in such a state. I only fear... No, it is nothing. I will gladly sleep on the divan or the ground. I am not choosy.
Oh, that won't do at all. You're a guest.
Cassidy gulped. Truth be told, she had one other, much more preferable arrangement in mind.
We could share the bed. There's room enough for two.
I notice you do not offer to sleep on the divan.
Struck by her own lack of graciousness, Cassidy bit her lip, cowed into silence.
I am only teasing. If you do not mind being so snug, I will be happy to share the space with you.
Nothing would please me more than to be close to you. I mean... Yes! Wonderful! I shall fetch another pillow then.
Wonderful! She flew out of the room to retrieve a spare pillow from the closet, face burning with embarrassment. They sleep! Oh, so cute!
Do you have enough space? You're not too cramped.
I am fine. Truth be told, I do not mind the proximity.
There was a faraway look in Elowen's eyes.
I've been alone for so long. Until you came.
How did you come to live here in the forest? Where is your family?
Oh? Perhaps she cannot say. Perhaps it's not that she does not wish to tell me, but that she cannot. She may have some circumstances that prevent her from speaking on the subject. Was it impertinent of me to bring it up?
I'm sorry. Is it difficult for you to tell me?
It is a trying subject. I'm not quite sure where to begin.
She took a deep breath.
I have lived here all my life. Once I was not alone, but...
Elowen paused and sighed.
You remember the wisteria tree?
Of course! That's my favorite place in the entire forest.
Have you noticed that there are no other wisteria trees around it?
Now that you mention it...
Is she a wisteria tree? My name is Elowen. I speak for the trees. She never had thought about it, but as Cassidy searched her memories, she realized that Elowen was correct.
You're right. I wonder why that is.
There is an even older wisteria tree deep in the forest. But now those are the only two left. And they are so far from each other. So it is with me.
Cassidy found her choice of words puzzling, but nodded.
I once had siblings. They have long since departed, so I don't really have family here anymore. Others have come and gone, as I said, but I could not relate to them.
She's a
I
tree.
watched them from afar.
She's a tree,
without entering
everyone.
their lives, and did not mourn them when they left mine. And so, the years went by.
You'll never be alone again.
Elowen's eyes widened. Cassidy thought she might start crying, but she only smiled
I
sadly.
see.
Cassidy snuggled just a little bit closer to the other woman, as if to show meaning through actions where words might fail. And so they passed the night together in pleasant company and warm conversation. 2 more days!
When the sunshine blazes down, I soon begin to wish for rain. But when you've gone away, my dear, I soon long for the sun again.
I am a tree. I am a tree, everyone! Cassidy awoke alone, with a cold space beside her. I hope she's alright.
Still, what a wonderful night that was.
Each precious memory had been carved into Cassidy's heart. She yawned and slowly pulled herself out of bed. With or without Elowen, she would have to get on with her day. Cassidy hummed a little tune to herself as she cleaned up and prepared breakfast. Sitting down at the table with her bread and morning tea. I'm so struck by Elowen the tree. Hello, Sayu, how are you? Hello, Display. I'm good. My head has been hurting like lately. But yeah, other than that, I've been well. Anyway, how are you? I hope the sick has like gone away a little bit. Also, thank you for the redeem. Let me drink. How are you doing, Display? How was your day? My model keeps trying to run away. I don't understand. Oh. I'm doing great, and yeah, I'm recovering really well. The cough is still there, but it's not as worse as before. Hey, nice! I'm glad to hear that. Are you well enough to go back to streaming again? I think I saw a notification for your stream earlier today, but I could be mistaken. I haven't really had a chance to like check my notifs today. It's been so busy. Where's my mouse? No, do not write to Alexander. Oh yeah, I did stream. Okay, yeah. So I didn't hallucinate that.
That can wait. I'm more worried about what Elowen is up to now.
Though always lonesome before, the former princess's life now felt so much emptier without Elowen's presence. Okay, this is a visual novel, and as usual, there's like 7 days to the route, right? So we're currently at the part where I am suspecting that the other woman is a tree. It makes sense. It makes sense, I promise. I really miss my long stream time after just resting in bed for 4 days. I can relate. Oh my god. It's so hard. It's so hard when you want to stream but you cannot stream. Oh my god. Like a week, there was like, in the beginning of this season, right? This streaming season, quote unquote. I was like sick for like a week after I came back from my internship. And I just, oh my god, I was really itching to just start streaming again. It was torture. Torture. My model keeps trying to run away tonight. Run away, model! Oh no! Okay. Stop trying to run away, please. What did I do? Though she could be accustomed to such solitude, she could barely concentrate on her usual chores.
To think that a few days could change a person so.
I didn't even have energy to actually do anything other than resting. But hey, at least you got very a lot of rest. Very a lot of rest. That makes sense. I think it makes sense. It probably makes sense. Oh damn, that sucks for real. Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat as you were. In a lull, in her activities, Cassidy's gaze went to the window. Deep in the forest, her beloved wisteria tree stood. It's her! It's Elowen! She could see it so clearly in her mind's eye. Elowen is like that tree, what? Elowen is that
Elowen
tree.
is very
Oh,
much like that tree. She said as much
yeah.
herself.
My little brother haunting me. What do you want? Go away! Adoy! Now! Oh my god. Help, he is like outside my door. His voice can still be picked up by the mic. Oh my god. Okay, let's go back to the story. Everything makes sense, don't worry. Yes, of course. I have very sound theories and judgment in my brain. 11 is a 3.
So beautiful and haunting and alone.
And alone. The other woman's words from the night before weigh heavily on Cassidy. I wonder if this is just like her hallucination or something. Because so far, like, this is day 6, right? 6 out of 7. So far, we do not get a glimpse of like any magic-y thingy happening in the game. So, like, Elowen being a 3 makes sense to me, but I'm wondering how Cassidy is able to communicate with Elowen. Did Elowen talk to a human? Did Cassidy hallucinate her because she was so lonely living in the forest? Who knows? However shall we know? It will be by progressing the story, but however shall we know? She passed the rest of the day peacefully, but with a sense of unease. Wisteria. The next day came, and still no Elowen. Cassidy was left with nothing but her own thoughts, and thinking of Elowen perturbed Cassidy greatly. In the last several days, the woman had embedded herself into Cassidy's life like a thorn. Seriously, Cassidy?
I never expected to become close to another person again.
She thought about Elowen and the things the other woman had said. The hours spent together that was so few but felt an impossible eternity.
Despite how she looks, she must be much older than me. She has a proper way of speaking. And always says she's lived in the forest
She's
a
a
long time.
3! She's a 3, Cassidy!
And with the intricacy of her clothing and her manners.
Something did not quite add up. Elowen did not seem to like people much. Certainly, it did not seem her presence in the wood, despite how long it had been, was known to many. Alexander most probably would not have sent me here if it was known that a beautiful woman was living alone in this very wood. Where did Elowen come from? Why was she alone? She still had no satisfactory answer. Thinking it all over, Elowen is unearthly. Leaning heavily on the Elowen is a theory. Cassidy suddenly realized that all of the things she knew about Elowen pointed to something potentially horrible. Huh? She'd been so overcome by the woman's peculiar charm and beautiful looks that she had overlooked something. Cassidy shook her head. Perhaps she was jumping to conclusions too quickly.
I must be a little lonely, that's all. I haven't seen her since that night. She is capable of joking, though she does not do it often. Her smile is so precious. She can be blunt, perhaps, but I believe she means well. I care deeply for her. And she...
Remembering the last several days, What? What is this? What is this option? Elowen is kind. Cassidy's gaze fell upon her latest letter draft to Alexander, sitting upon the table. She had started it the night before after a day spent all alone. Her thoughts naturally drifted to her brother. If I leave here, if one day Alexander allows me to leave, what else awaits me? Fake your death, your brother will not know. Mon, to marry. Amen.
When he knows full well that I cannot bear to do that.
Ah! The lid on the box of her memory slowly opened. Once upon a time in the kingdom of Vermeer, a pair of twins was born. We're finally getting the backstory of why she was exiled in full. My gosh. It was a fortuitous event. The sister, being the elder, was marked for queenhood. All expected bitterness and resentment from her younger twin, but there was no such thing. Alexander absolutely adored Cassidy. They spent almost all of their time together. The only others Cassidy spent her days with were her beloved handmaidens, handpicked from noble families to serve her. As Cassidy grew, it became more and more apparent that she could not lead. She had little interest in politics. She much preferred socializing, spending her carefree days with her bosom friends. She and Alexander made a pact that when she became queen, he would rule as regent. She could not abdicate without making the kingdom appear weak, but she would defer to him in all matters. The promise was made. To prepare for the day that he would become regent, Alexander went abroad to study, begging the king and queen to allow him to go. It was begrudgingly granted. Though he was gone but a few months, it was hard on his sister. She wrote him letters daily, and he was more than happy to return those gestures in kind. Yet, as time went on, she wrote to him less and less. She was finding solace in her handmaidens, he thought. All was well. During our holiday, Alexander returned to the castle for a surprise visit. He missed his sister too much. Surely she too had longed to see him. Imagine his surprise, indeed his utter horror, when that doting brother discovered his beloved older sister in bed with another woman. The handmaiden was banished. He would not speak of this to another for his sister's reputation, for his own reputation. You were lonely, weren't you? He asked. Yes, so unbearably lonely. And she was so sweet to me. He cancelled his studies abroad at once. Oh, Alexander! They were again every day together. Still, his sister's inclination could not be ignored. A coy glance to a maiden here, a lingering touch there. He could not spend every minute with her as much as he wanted. Shige. And as their parents talked of strategic marriages, of the twins' duties, Alexander was overcome with dread. Me? Marry? When my elder sister might steal my bride away? Alexander! More than that, it was unbearable to think of her married to some man. A man who would be king. In the meantime, more handmaids were quietly banished. And just when Alexander thought he might go completely mad, the unthinkable occurred. The twins' father? The twins' father, the king, dropped dead in the middle of dinner. She would become queen, the sinful older sister. It was not her fault. Other women were drawn to her like moths to a flame. and she had a deep loneliness that could not be satisfied with anything but constant contact. She loved everyone but him, and she would be queen. It was with great surprise that Cassidy went before the Parliament of Barons. Their decision was swift and decisive and cruel, a vote of no confidence. Why? Princess Cassidy of Vermeer, you stand accused of immoral acts. Her blood ran cold as her charges were detailed. Alexander had not spoken a word of it. Of that she was sure. He had promised. Yet, with every handmaiden forced out, gossip followed. The young prince, so salacious and hot-blooded, everyone just knew what was going on. To become pregnant out of wedlock? What scandal? Oh my god. No one ever knew that not a single one of the maidens was ever with child. Every one of them was sent to the countryside for a period of confinement that would never end. No one but they too knew the real truth. Then, how? Do you deny it? Can you possibly deny it? A word, gentlemen? All eyes were on the prince. Surely he, so personally affected by the rumors, would want her gone most of all. Hello, Sayuri! Hello, Skadi! Welcome to the stream! Hi, hello, how are you? How was your day? I hope your day was well. We are in day 6 of the route right now, so this is the part where we learn of the exile. The main character is an exile princess, I have to say that. The punishment for what she stood accused of was death. Yet it was not that the prince suggested. Exile, in a forest far from the castle. She did not know better, had been corrupted by outside forces. They could not be so callous as to sentence a young girl to a cruel death. I on bed already, so I might not be looking here for a long time. It's okay. I appreciate you dropping by, even if it's just for a little while. I hope you, when you fall asleep, I hope you have good dreams. And may tomorrow be a good day for you. Yeah, I'm gonna say it early on. So if you fall asleep, my good night wishes have already been passed. The barons were troubled, but the words from he who would be king were powerful. His older sister had not inherited all of the charisma and charm, and so it was decided. And Cassidy wept grateful tears. Her beloved brother, he who had all the reason in the world to blame and despise her, he'd save her life. Cassidy, of course, knew not of her brother's true intentions or thoughts. But that is no reason for you to remain ignorant of the full truth, okay?
Is a political marriage truly my only means of escape?
If I can be useful... I like that this game just breaks the fourth wall from time to time. Goddamn. Is that better? Will my life no longer be considered a waste? Alexander... I will trust in you and wait. She knew the truth, perhaps, yet she was afraid to accept it. Without her love for her brother, her loyalty to her kingdom, she was nothing.
Alexander, I trust that you will do what's best for me.
She could not think of Elowen, however, without feeling a twinge of guilt. She let out a long sigh. Her thoughts had taken her on a not-so-merry chase.
If I dwell on these thoughts, there will be no end to them.
She brewed herself a cup of tea to calm her nerves and began reading a new book. From time to time, her eyes went somewhat nervously to the window. And so evening fell. Still no Elowen. While Cassidy sat on the divan contemplating whether or not she wished to go on a walk, the door to the cottage burst open. Oh! Oh my! It breathed deep, ragged breaths.
You must leave this place.
Oh, what's happening? It was only when she heard the monster's voice that Cassidy realized this was Eleven. Yet she was no longer the Eleven whom Cassidy was familiar with.
What are you saying?
It is not safe here.
What?
Eleven grabbed at Cassidy's arms, her nails digging into the exiled princess's soft flesh.
Come now.
Where are we going? Oh, Cassidy about to get murdered! Cassidy had no earthly idea why Eleven was behaving this way, why she looked this way. What does she mean it's not safe? She began to fear that this was a trap, one that had been previously laid and was now snapping shut.
Stop this!
After a long while of walking and pleading with Eleven to listen, Cassidy was finally able to yank her arm from the monster's grip.
You come to me like this, with no explanation? Expect me to follow you?
Like this.
Do you even know how you currently appear? What kind of monster are you?
Excuse me? Oh my god, I really hate Cassidy. Cassidy! How dare! Brought her hands up to her face. She appeared to be looking at them for the first time.
So you find me disgusting, do you? Monstrous.
I should not have said it like that. It was not very regal. Shut up. Oh my god. Perhaps there is an explanation for all this. Yet, when her gaze drifted to Eleven's countenance, she could feel nothing but Cassidy recoiled in disgust. Suddenly, Eleven began to shake.
Eleven?
She thought the monster might be crying, but... Murder her! Murder her! Eleven was laughing hysterically. She doubled over, clutching her sides as she laughed and laughed. Then she looked up once more and met Cassidy's gaze. The faint gaiety ceased immediately.
What a fool I was to think that you could understand me.
She turned her gaze downward and saw that Eleven had impaled her. Yeah!
That you could love me.
Murder! Murder! Oh, she did. Cassidy's heart still beat for a short while after that. She was dimly aware of something clawing, running. Whoa! Oh, whoa.
Is her heart? She said I must devour it to be free. I beg you, release me.
And then there was no one there but a monster and the corpse upon which it fed.
Monster, monster. Where dost thou roam? Hast thou a heart? Hast thou a home? Human, thou art monster true. So criticize me not. I will chew thy dainty bones and leave thy flesh to rot.
GG! What the hell? Didn't even get to like the 7th day. Yeah! What's that? Oh, okay. Alright, there we go. We didn't even get to mix it with Alexander, but I guess that's fine. Wow! ending. Wow, GG. I like that ending so much. Alright, okay. We're gonna end the stream here. Let me see what's currently on. Where are we? Radio channel. That ending, how do we feel about that ending? Oh my god, it's very, oh my god. I like that. I like Eleven as a character. And to know that, like, at the very least, at the very end, we got to know that she had been cursed. So that's something. I'm very... I love it. I love it so much. Alright. Okay, let me see who's on. Oh, Mads is on, but Mads has been on for 4 hours? 4 hours? Is it? Is it? Yeah, it's been 4 hours with Mads. Yeah, let's see. Is there anyone that's playing this game currently? By category? What's this game? I don't think. Okay, so no one is on. So I think we'll just read Maths. Hopefully, he's not like ending stream soon. Yeah, I don't think his ending stream soon-ish. So I'll send you guys over to Mads. But yeah, anyway, everyone, thank you for dropping by. Thank you for being here with me as I read the bedtime story to y'all. And yeah, I hope you have sweet dreams and a good day tomorrow. We might have a stream tomorrow evening, like a working stream, but we'll see. I don't know yet. We'll see if the planets align or something. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. May you have a good sleep, sweet nightmares, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Bye everyone. I'm gonna start trade in 3, 2, 1. Otsu. Otsurusuru. Otsurusu. Otsurusu. Did it go through? Did it go through? Did we go through? We did go through. Okay, good night, Vod. Bye bye.